Okay, so I don't know where my recording went, so I'm hoping that this is the same recording. But if it's not, then this was your warm-up. You're seeing it for the first time, and I was hoping that you would write the stuff down and then go back and look at it. But here you go. I think this is the same recording because I'm seeing 30 seconds, which makes me very happy. So addition, okay, pretty much subtraction. I really need you to pay attention to the division. Okay, division's important, but mostly, oh yeah, the ones to really look at are this one and that one. And when you come down here, you can see it's the turnaround phrases, which means that if it's, you know, a number less than 3, you flip them. So it would be 3 minus the number. Okay, moving on. So here we go. The product, so there's the product of a number, let's let that be x, and 3. So if product means multiplication, you just write it like that. Or you could write it as this. Either one, it's not a big deal. I always seem to use x's. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so for number 2, the difference between, here we go, difference between a number and 10. So that one goes up to the parentheses phrases. And what you do is you do the number first minus the 10. That one is straightforward. Now, for number 3, the quotient of a number and negative 5. Quotient you use as a fraction. So a quotient of a number and negative 5. Number 4, 4 subtracted from a number. So this right here, subtracted from, is we go way up here to subtract. There it is, subtract from. And so this is one of those kind of turnaround statements again, because here it is, subtract from. So you take the second part, which is a number, you're going to subtract by the 4. So the less than and the subtracted from are the ones that do the reverse. Okay, that do the reverse. So number 5, the sum of twice a number and 7. So here's this. We know it's the sum. Okay, I'm going to change that color. Hold on. So we know that it's the sum. So we know it's a plus. Because it says twice a number, okay, it's going to be 2n and then and 7. Okay. If it says something like times or twice the sum of a number, that kind of thing, no, it's the same thing. If it said twice the sum of a number and 7, that would mean that you would put parentheses around here. Okay. All right, number 6. The product of a number and 10 increased by 1. So the product, which means multiplication, and you're going to use that with a number and 10. So that's 10n increased plus and then by 1. Okay, I hope this is helping. Let's move on. Okay, so I have circled ones that I'm going to do, and then the rest you can do on your own and check with me. So 4 less than a number squared. So there's that less than. So you know that's subtract. And what happens is you do the opposite. So this goes second, that goes first. So a number squared and squared four. Okay, so let's look at number 9. The sum of twice a number and 10 is 36. So again, sum, and I'm also going to do that. So we know we have a plus and we know we have an equals. Let's see, twice a number and 10 is 36. Okay. Number 10, 3 times the difference of a number and 7 is 18. So let's get our difference and the word is. So we know it's a minus and we know we have an equals. And you know what? Because there's an 18 at the end, I'm just going to put that down. I don't have to worry about it. Okay. 3 times. Okay. So what's happening here is we're saying, all right, we want to multiply 3 by everything, but take the difference of a number and 7. What color? So it's n minus 7. So 3 times the difference, that 3 times means you're going to put parentheses around the inside. All right, looking at number 13. So 1/2 of a number is less than the number itself. So let's grab all of our signs here. Okay, there's is. So we know that we're going to have an is over here. And then less than, let's pick a different color, is that reverse. Okay, is the reverse. So let's work over here for a second. After the is, we're going to do all of this first. So 8 less than the number itself. So remember, this has to go first. Minus, whoops, actually I used a different color, so let's use the right color here. Minus 8. Now if we're working on this side, we're going to look at this one. 1/2 of a number. So you can do 1/2 n. Let's move this over. Yipes, I forgot that this is not locked down. So hold on one second. Okay, so I fixed it. And it can be written this way, or it can be written as the following. Make that a little thinner there. So you could write 1/2 a number this way. And then I'll rewrite everything so you can see. Okay, so looking at 15. 15 decreased by a quotient of a number and 3 is 20. So let's look at, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this part right here is the easiest. So we know it is 20. And it says 15 decreased by the quotient. So what it's saying is that this 15 is going to make something else smaller. Or does it mean that the quotient is going to make the thing smaller? So let's read it. 15 decreased by, I forgot to do the by there. Hold on. So it's saying that something's going to decrease the 15. So we know that we have 15, decrease means minus. Now let's deal with the quotient of a number and 3. Quotient means division, so we've got this. Wow, that's a really bad line, you guys. Don't be laughing. We'll just make it a better line. There you go. And so it says the quotient of a number and 3. So it's the number and then 3 on the bottom. There you go. So if you want to do the other ones and then check with me before you move on, that would be awesome. There's some stuff in here we're not going to do. No, let's see. Am I going to do it? Yeah, let's do it. So you can pause the video and start working on those other ones and then come back to this if you'd like. Ooh, don't like that. So moving down. Okay. When you have the inequalities, to know that the less than is not a minus sign and it's an inequality symbol, there's a key to this. I'm going to write this over here. The word is. Is going to be your key to knowing if it's going to be an inequality or if it's going to be the symbol. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Let's see. Where's my keyboard here? Let's try it again. Now it likes it. All right. Not sure. Don't care. I don't know why I closed that out, but that's okay. We're going to lock this down. There we go. Okay, so less than, and then less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, let me change these. It's easier. Nope, not going to let me do it. So I will get clever here. So hold on a second. Yes, I know. My stuff. All right, so let me clone that really quick. There we go. Clone that. Put that there. There you go. There you go. I know I'm very particular. And let's lock that down so they won't move. Okay, so there you go. All right, moving on. Sorry, I always have to do this. So a number is less than, so there's your clue, your is less than. So that means you're going to have that. So a number, there's your number, less than -10. A number is less than or equal to, so there it is again, is less than or equal to, so that's that guy, a number, and 8. Okay. Is greater than or equal to is, oh, at most. That one's a tricky one, but let's go back to number 19. So is greater than or equal to the -4, and there's a number. Okay? Okay. With number 20, a number is at most 45. Can it be more? Can it be less? So when it says at most, okay, when it says at most, you need to ask yourself, can it be more? Or will it be less than? So a number is at most 45. Can it be more than that? No. So at most is going to be this. Can it be 45? Yeah, sure it can. So, 45. Let's see if we can find, there's the other one, at least. And I have a really, really good way of remembering this one. Let's change that really quick. Okay, so at least. Here's the statement that I always use. At least you didn't, whoops, didn't get a D or failed it. Actually, let's use a different word. Didn't get a D or so at least you didn't get a D or an F, meaning you passed it. So for number 22, can you do better? Sure you can. So a number is at least 16. Is it 16? Yes. Can it be more? Yes. Okay. So let's see, whatever one I want to do. Let's look at this one. Maximum number. Can it be more than that? No. Minimum. Can it be more than this? Yes. Okay. So let's go to the next page and keep going so I can give you your homework. So the last set of notes that I just gave you will be for homework 9. So let's go back actually. And we need to write, this one goes with homework number 9. And you'll be doing that for homework tonight. Okay. The next one I want you to find is the absolute value notes. Pause the video until you can get it. We're going to be dealing with the order of operations mostly. So with absolute value, okay, absolute value, okay, so in the absolute, oh, I did it again. I have to lock this down. Hold on. Okay, with the absolute value, everything comes out positive, but you have to make sure that you do the inside first, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. The other thing that the absolute value tells you is that it's the distance from 0 on a number line. Move this over. As you can tell, I'm very, very particular about how I do my notes here. So let's link this up. The distance from 0 on a number line. Okay, I guess I can get rid of this now. That a little bigger. Okay, so if everything comes out of the absolute value and it's positive, then the absolute value, so this is the absolute value of negative 13 is 13. Okay, that one, it's 21. Now, here's where this one, you want to do this first, which is 3 plus, do this next, which is 5, and the answer, 8. Same thing for 14, you're just going to get the answer of 17. This one, same thing, you're going to get an answer of 27. Now, looking at this right here, you have to do what's inside first before you can pull it out. So let's put these absolute values back. 21 minus 17 is 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4. So it's like you're taking the distance from 0 on the number line to 4. Okay? This one right here, you have to do this first, which is 11. Take this minus sign, and then you take this right here, which is 5. And your answer is 6. I think you guys can handle the rest there. Let's go down to here. Order of operations. Let's see. Simplify. Wow, I didn't spell that right. Let's try that one again. Try that again. All right. Simplify an expression using a specific order. Now, if we didn't have this order, everybody would be getting different answers, and that's not good. We need to make sure that everybody gets the same answer. Let's see if it works. Simplify an expression using specific order. Yay, it worked, guys. It's always fun to see if it'll work or not. Thus, put down here, bring it up. Okay. There we go. So, the order. Okay. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Now, the reason why add and subtract and multiply and divide are on the same line is because they have the same weight. Meaning, if you get multiplication and division all on the same line, you just work left to right. Always left to right. Left to right. Always. Okay, so The first one, parentheses. Okay, parentheses. And grouping symbol. Oops, that's not going to work. The computer is not going to like that word. Let's see how it like that. I don't think it will. Oh, it did. Look at that. I like that one too. Didn't like that one very much. Oh, it's because the parentheses is not in there. Let's try that again. Oh, I did like that. Okay. There we go. Okay, so parentheses and grouping. We'll move this down. And then do I still have, nope. Okay, there it is. This one is exponents. The next one, multiplication. Slash division. And again, you got to make sure you remember that it's left to right. Makes it very, very important. Yeah, I like that, guys. See if it likes exponents. It does. I am doing really well here. Okay, and then the last one is addition slash subtract. Yeah, let's see if it likes this. I don't think it will, guys. Oh, kinda. We'll take that one. We'll get in here and fix this. Oops, not enough. Hopefully that's spelled right. Subtract. Nope, I need a C there. Perfect. Subtraction. Great. Oh, these gotta get fixed. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna work. Huh. Oh, I wanted that. Sorry. All right. There you go. So make sure you always do left to right. Very, very important. So for this one, start off, you have to do the division first. So here's what you need to do. 7 plus, if you divide 54 by 3, you get 18 multiplied by 2. Then you do this next. So 7 plus 36. And I should be doing these. And the answer is 42. With number 2, you need to do this first. So you're going to get 17 minus 32 divided by 4 plus 6. Then you want to do this. So negative 8 plus 6. And from this point, you always want to go left to right. So you want to do this first. Which is then going to be 15. Okay. Same thing with 15. Let's look at 16. Let's look at 16. So you want to do this first. A lot of rewriting here. Actually, let's take this up to here. Got to save some space here. So we have parentheses, 7 minus 4 plus the 17. Now, because we have a division symbol there, we can work on the bottom also. So we can do this right there. So we have negative 14 plus 10. Now you need to do this next. So we get 3 plus the 17. And then we can also do this, which is going to be negative 4. Okay, one more stop. We get 20 over negative 4. So the answer is negative 5. Why don't you try 15 if you want, and you can look back at the end. Okay, I don't know if you heard, but that was my fiance walking in. So if you did, there you go. Next page. Too funny. So for this one, gotta do a lot of exponents first. You gotta do this first. You gotta do this, and then that. So what do we got here? 3 cubed minus absolute value of 25 minus 4 cubed is 64 divided by 3. Now you need to do this, and you could do that at the same time. So 3 cubed is 27 minus the absolute value of 25 minus 64 is negative 39 divided by 3. Now you have to do this part. So I get 27 minus 39 divided by 3. Then you got to do this. 27 minus 13. And that's going to equal 14. So why don't you pause the video, attempt all the others, and log back on to the video when you've finished them, and there'll be answers. Okay, so here are the answers. 58. You can do either or here. You don't know, it doesn't matter to me. And we go down. And there you go. So what I want you to do now is I want you to make a little bit of a summary and then show me. So pause the video, write 1 or 2 sentences, no big deal, but please take some thought and give me a summary of what you just learned with the PEMDAS. So you probably showed me your video, your summary, sorry, of what we just did. Your homework, oh, I don't want that color. So the homework that goes after this one is homework 4. So want to clarify. Homework number 4 and homework number 9 are your homework for tonight. Okay? Hopefully you like this and it'll keep working for you. If you have questions, please make sure you ask, and I will be more than happy to help you.